To work. This reminds me of my college days because I was a hip hop DJ. Yes, I was. I brought hip hop to University of Virginia. Yes, I did. The first rap show on WTJU. Yes, I did. I go to work. Yes, they have my picture up. No, they don't. I said, yes, I'm going to do a jazz show. And this is what they got. It's that new jazz, Mr. Barden. He said, those are the things that you tell students not to do. I know. I know. I know. We got a real higher education expert here to tell your children to do the right thing unless they want to be an entrepreneur. Unless they want to be an entrepreneur and do it the hard way. And when you really, 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 really want to go to work, yes, yes. A lot of young people want to be an entrepreneur and they don't really understand how hard it is. So, Mr. Barden's going to talk a little bit about that too, about entrepreneurship. I saw like my alma mater, undergrad alma mater, like has a lot of entrepreneur talk out there too. And so I hope that those of you who logged in, I see your numbers, you will share it so that your friends will be looking as well. So you don't have to be telling them about this because Mr. Barden works as a consultant and he will help you specifically with your goals for your household. Like, what do you want to accomplish? No, and as an AfroEconomics member, you'll get a discount on, helping specifically with your college part. We do some college planning, but his gets like more intense. 'Cause he knows all of that FAFSA stuff and helps you do all that government stuff and get to nitty gritty and I mean all this stuff. He's gonna talk to you about all those different acronyms. You know how the government does all those letters and just all of it. He's just gonna love it because we're talking about college and its attack on your retirement. He's like, let me in there, JB. Let the college is after your money. It is trying to attack the parents, trying to take your retirement portfolio. It is amazing though. My parents should feel bad for making me pay for my college myself. I don't know what they were thinking. You all amaze me in your commitment to paying for your kids' education. I'm like, I mean, I know, like some of you have loans that you have co-signed for, and I know I have clients that like grandparents that have co-signed for school loans. Like now, we're talking about a grandparent that would not co-sign for anything for me. My father died as a co-signer on a school loan for a grandchild. See what y'all do? See what y'all do? I said, what? What? I was in shock. Daddy, Daddy. He wouldn't answer. What in the you all would do some stuff for y'all grandchildren. Dad was not having it. He was not having it. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Barden, like, does he see that a lot with these grandparents co-signing? I know this one lady, she had an account with me, spent all her retirement money. The kid got out, wouldn't pay the loan back, spent all her retirement money. It was bad. Lost her house, Mr. Yancey. Had to move in with her son, whose credit was so messed up, he couldn't co-sign for the loan. The kid wouldn't help with the loan. And lady had to move in because they had their house. That's amazing that he could get a house, but he couldn't co-sign on the school loan. He probably couldn't get approved for the school loan because He had the house. I don't know. Mr. Barden's going to help with that. But should you co-sign? Stuff like that. Because you know my answer is going to be, I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Graves? Should parents co-sign? Should my thing is parents, Miss Davis, should parents co-sign? You know, all right. So you have a, you have a, I don't know. Mr. Graves is probably going to run out on you, Mr. Barden. And Miss Davis, you can't depend on her. So you have me and Mr. Yancey and a whole bunch of people out there making no comments. Okay, so they're all quiet. I don't I don't think they necessarily like college planning as a topic, but we're bringing it to them anyway. This is good though. Who cares what they think? Oh, look, Mr. Yancey said absolutely not exactly, but he's listening anyway. See, no, because we got to do it. Nobody likes going to the dentist. I think teeth are overrated. I know. This is set. When this set goes, it's over. It's over. Over. Like, do not do implants. That's my philosophy. Like this, it's good. I'm good. They're gone. Gum it up. Get your gums, because it costs too much. That's right, Derek? Exactly. So you can spend the money on school, but don't spend it on implants. But isn't that funny though? People spend money. People look, Queen Howard, you probably spent more money on your teeth than your child's education. What's wrong with you, girl? She's like, I did not. Exactly. His son. But I know people who have a lot of money in kids' education because they did not talk to you, Mr. Barden. A lot of loans.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Mr. Ramsey? They're overrated to people who have pretty perfect teeth. Now that's true. I know some people who are getting those things and they have really nice teeth to me. Every time I go in there, they tell me that I need the clear things. And I'm like, they got me this far. I'm not getting braces. Look, y'all, I'm not getting braces. They go, well, JB, like you're on TV. I saw you. I saw you. You saw me on TV? Yes, I saw you on TV with your crooked teeth. Well, you saw me. Let's repeat. You saw me on television. Yes, I did. With crooked teeth. Yes, I did. Well then, what? Obviously, it's not holding me back. They ain't tripping. Obviously, TV must like crooked teeth. Maybe more people should be on TV with crooked teeth. I don't know. I've had the same set of teeth all my life. It's worse. So, and maybe if I didn't have to pay so much for school, I would have been able to care about things like that. Look, somebody's going to say, but one time I had a pimple on my head, and I'm telling you, I paid at least $1,500 to get that scar from that pimple off.
Wow.
And all it did was come back another time. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's there. It's there another time. That is the pimple zone for me. How you doing, Miss Charles? Do not co-sign grandkids. Never, ever. You don't even, we could just go. You can just go home. Thank you, Mr. Barden. We can go now. Oh, yeah. Ms. Charles has spoken. So what do you think? The nays have it. Do not co-sign for children. What do you think? Reverend Bozeman, mute your microphone.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. After you said hello, hello, I love you. After you said exactly, Kevin, with your music blasting. Thank you. Kanika. All right. Mr. Barden, what do you think? Is
Okay.
Ms. Charles wrong? Can we co-sign?
Okay.
Thank you, Diana. These teeth make me run faster. Exactly. They're paying too much attention. We're going to go with my teeth, Mr. Barden. It's going to be a long night. because
Yes, indeed.
we are going to talk about my teeth for 30 minutes. Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Exactly. All right. I'm gonna be good. All right.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. And
She said crooked teeth are sexy.
I'd like to thank JB for allowing me to share with her savvy group of investors about the college process with particular emphasis on paying for college. And I guess it's somewhat like going to the dentist and having a root canal when you're talking about paying for college. Because for most families, it's the second most expensive
Mm,
item that they'll pay for. The first
mm,
being their home, and the
mm,
second would be the college education. And if you have multiple children, then of course, that it really gets into real money.
mm,
Now, most of the information that you hear about attending college is really talking about the very expensive colleges that are mostly in the Northeast, the private
mm,
colleges in the Northeast. And so, but most, there are over 7,000 institutions, and most people don't attend those colleges.
mm,
But, the colleges that you would attend, excuse me, the colleges that you
mhm,
would attend are very expensive. Anywhere from, you're looking at $100,000 as a minimum to attend a private college over
mm,
4 years, and some private colleges cost more than that per year almost.
mm,
When you talk about tuition, room, and board, so it can
mm.
be expensive, but before you all eyes glaze over and everybody fall away, it is affordable. It is.
That's crazy, right?
What happened?
He should not give me this much opportunity to talk because we're going back to the teeth topic. And just like that, she started talking about, Diana, tell us more about why my crooked tooth is sexy. And that's crazy. I know. I wonder if he knows, like, when it does that. You know what it is? The Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Wi- Wi-Fi is always trying to come between us and success.
yeah. You got to go with the Ethernet. Got
It's-
to got to
it-
go with cable.
right, right, right. Miss Charles, you come on in here. Wow, and then it put me up.
So he
I
can.
wonder, I wonder how, I wonder how I got him up there like that. Anyway, I don't know how I did that,
Did he come in before you?
but I asked him to go out and come back in. That
Oh,
was the grace of God. When he comes back, I'm gonna be like, I don't know how to get him back up there. That's amazing. I did that. It was very professional of me. God is so good. See how he's so good to me? I have my speaker up there. I did that thing. I got to figure out how to do that. Now I'm nervous. Like, how do I put the speaker up there? Ah, I did. And then I was gonna while he's doing that, I'm gonna pull up because he was sharing about the cost of private colleges, undergrad, graduate school is even worse. And then I wonder, like, remember that time when I did that discussion on the return on investment?
yeah.
Woo! And it was like we weren't getting the return on investment. That we have to be very careful how much you spend on it, and then because you have to, we're not getting the incomes that can pay back that investment. So it costs so much to get that degree. If you don't get the right income that can pay that 100,000 back, that 50,000 back in a timely manner, it can slow down your wealth for the rest of your life. Like I was talking to a client today that's in her 70s. Hello, Miss Spencer. It's in her 70s, and she was saying when she was in high school, when she came out, her sister went straight to Howard. But when she was in high school, they sent her through like a business program. She learned to type and everything. And she came out, went straight to work. By the time her sister finished Howard undergrad, she was making more money than her sister. Her sister really never caught up with her. And she said by the time she got a degree, she just got a degree because she wanted to be like everybody else. She just wanted to show everybody that she could do it too. And I wonder, like, sometimes, um, if we are in, sometimes if we're doing things that don't really require a degree, but we're doing it, or even get the degree, get the loan, and you're going into a field that didn't require it. Are you feeling me? Because there's
Yeah,
certain things that we need to do that require a certain degree to do it, or to get those for undergrad to get to the next level. Say if you want to be like Ms. Talia Farrell, a nurse, you have to go to nursing school.
right.
You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, but if you want to become um, a stockbroker, you don't have to go to college, but now they require it because of a way of just skimming through people. But back in the day, it was about who you knew. That's all. Where you came from, who you were connected to, and how many people, relationships you could develop, get out there and get the business.
Exactly.
So theoretically, the wealthiest people that we have in the world is not correlated direct. And I'm talking about wealth is not correlated directly with you know degrees.
Yeah, a
Just
lot of
most
the billionaires now.
just mostly with our community. We get
Yeah,
higher incomes for our community because we're not pursuing businesses. If we were doing more entrepreneurship, things,
that's the key.
and going straight into business, or being farmers like we used to be, doing things that, would allow us to build delayed gratification, putting that same investment into our business as we're putting into that school loan, our families will help us pay that school loan back, but won't help us get a business loan. My families wouldn't help me a dime in my business, didn't help me a dime in the school loan. So it's like, which just wouldn't help me a dime. But we just, we're not programmed to help each other do things that don't make sense to us. If I had said, okay, I want to be a lawyer, then they would have cooperated. She wants to be a lawyer. If I said, I want to be a doctor, she wants to be a doctor. But it was, I wasn't cooperating. And so what we have to like get past that and realize that the wealthiest people are not cooperating. Bill Gates did not cooperate. He was doing something different. He was in middle school working in a computer lab, just chilling, sitting in computer labs up the street where other little kids were playing football. We would be mad because the little black boy would be up in the computer lab. You'd be like, why are they up there? Like when I used to work at the TV stations and the radio stations for free, my mother would give me flack because you're doing this for free. I would do it for free because they didn't pay and I wanted in. They were paying somebody that would say, I was like, that's true, but I don't have anything to offer them. And I need this opportunity. But we
Right.
don't
Your
get that.
experience became valuable.
We don't get that. We don't get that. But they still feel it as like, all right, you stupid, because you're still not Oprah. But I own my time. I own my time. I control my day, right?
Right.
Thanks to Nard. Yeah. Right? Well, on our day, like we're not taught about the joy of freedom and the joy of putting 30 years into something that can live to the next generation. You're building something that can last forever, not just a 401k. I hope it's okay. don't know what happened with Mr. Barden. Y'all just going on talking about something else. Anything could have happened. What you think? What you think?
Well, you know, in
Huh?
today's
No, I'm
into
wondering, what do you think
into
happened to Mr. Barden? His power could have gone out at his house. What do you think? I don't know. Y'all like, I don't know, JB. the what you were gonna say? I'm sorry, I cut you off. In
I
today's,
was saying in today's environment, you know, that piece of paper is of little value in certain areas of endeavor.
man,
And yeah, you've got people like Bill Gates and what's his name, the head of Amazon, who they're college dropouts,
man,
and they went
mm,
the entrepreneurial route.
no.
Um, you
But we
know,
keep
for
saying that, but that's white people and black folk that we say, oh, but black folk, but black people, they have to do it, and I think that's misleading. You know,
I agree.
I was, I was, I was, I was telling Mr. Barden that the other day. I was saying that the HR, um, professional that was at undergrad. I mean, he would always treat me like I was so like rogue because I didn't want to wear a blue suit to interviews. You
Mm,
know,
wow.
or like, thank you, thank you so much. That that I don't feel that I don't think that we should be encouraging young people to lose themselves. No, and I don't think that we should be encouraging young people to not use their name because their names might sound black.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Like, even though there might be discrimination because of your name from a company that doesn't want black people there, why would I want to work somewhere that doesn't want me?
Well, I
That's
think we should be encouraging people to go out to do something that gives them pleasure and
and be yourself.
inspiration,
If your name is
and
Denard, be Denard. If they
don't
don't
work for
like
somebody
Denard,
else.
yeah. If they don't like it, go somewhere else. And then what wonderful thing could happen if you apply for 10 jobs and nobody hires you? That could be God's plan, that's what makes Denard an entrepreneur.
Right.
I tried 10 times and nobody hired me because my name is Denard. You don't even know. But that is a blessing. My name is
Yeah.
Weta. They figured it out. I'm black, or they don't like people with French sounding names. No, but the dumbest part about it is we've had a president named Obama. So explain that to me. Of all of the resume people sorters that they say are, racist, and the people named Shamika don't get hired. I know a whole bunch of people named Shamika and Latifa, Kamika that have jobs. I don't think that, our name is a problem. But if it is, and because remember I was telling you about being on that panel and people were saying, don't put your black sounding name on your resume. And I said, so you're trying to tell these people to be liars? You're telling them to be liars. So we got a generation of lying, deceptive people because of the generation before them? Are you kidding me? They looked at me like I was crazy and said, well, we're not going to invite her back again. Don't, don't, because I'm not going to support that behavior. White people need to be able to depend on us for at least one thing, that you put your freaking name on the resume. Golly. I know I put Sam on there, but my name is sorry, my name is Sakala. Salabalakala. Put Salamakalala on the resume.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. We're nothing. Nobody is going to get any stronger. Nothing is going to change. Nobody is going to become diverse. Nothing is going to, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to change if all we're learning over time is to fold. That is ridiculous. I don't know one white person that wants a whole world of weak black people around them. That is just ridiculous that we think that we're supposed to be weaker as a culture, and that, and that's satisfying. And that is why we have to create, that's the key. That's key to black wealth, no, because you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. All that is the key to go home and kick your dog and your wife and everybody's just sick of you. You're just freaking sick of yourself. How you gonna be proud of yourself? You can't even be your own your name. At what point do you tell me your real name?
Yeah, you are most powerful when you are really yourself.
Yes.
Most
I'd rather
powerful.
work on the street corner passing out stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that basketball player with the Harlem Globetrotters, that eventually got into the NBA and then left and got his own cab because he was able to be himself,
Amen.
driving the cab. The point wasn't to be in the NBA. The point was I stand up for myself and y'all ain't gonna be making money on my freaking back. That's the point. He wanted to know and have control over his money. We need to get that. Until you got control over your money, you don't really have nothing. I see what money I make. That's my money. People out there just spending their whole life like hide behind something, you know what I'm saying? You don't have any control over anything and then wonder why you die frustrated. Because all you
Yeah, I
learn to
see.
do is fake.
So Karen says, but they do hate a smart person of color because they become threatened.
Don't
Yeah, they
accept the
do.
hype. Don't accept the
They,
hype, girlfriend. Or as rich as you are, don't even accept that. No, not at all. I rebuke that
but,
in the name of
but,
Jesus. Girl,
but,
no,
but
no,
lowering
no,
yourself
no. There are
to
some
fit
stupid
in.
people of every color that hate smart people. Believe me, I know a whole bunch of black people that don't like me because I tell them the truth. No, just a lot of people just don't like to hear the truth. Because what I'm telling you about, this was all black people telling people to lie on their resume. And they swear that they're telling these kids the key to how to get ahead in life by deception, by lying. You
Yeah,
can't be yourself.
trying to fit in.
Yeah.
No, you got to be
Ain't
yourself.
nobody threatened. Ain't nobody threatened by color. If they are, keep stepping. Because we got ours. We got ours. We got ours. We got it.
You know,
Mm-mm.
I don't think,
No.
I think,
Keep moving. And then nobody, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Keep moving. But if we have to be very careful, but we got to be very careful what we accept in our mind as true. And too many people try to make us think, that it is true, that somehow that people's, thoughts about us really matter to us. It really doesn't. That's their problem. Whatever they think of you has is none of your business. None of it. It has not impacted me like not one bit. And they're busy trying to shut a door on me and I'm already busy going in another one. It is really, they have just only messed themselves up. I have seen it within the last week that, I mean, even as close as it can be, how stupid idiots that refuse to let you help them and the dumb stuff they go through just because they don't want to let you help them. Does it matter? No, because it only hurts them. No, no, they don't hate. It's just y'all. They hate themselves. They don't hate you. They hate themselves.
right. But what people will learn is if they be themselves and their most powerful self and don't change to fit in, then they will attract to them the people who will appreciate their intellect, their value, their talent.
No
But
matter
it,
how
but
small.
yeah, but being yourself makes you more powerful. Then you become a powerful magnet to
Mm,
bring in the life that you want,
man.
rather than the life that's going to demean and diminish you.
Mm, man, that poem by Marianne Williamson, what she says, like having the nerve to be your best self. And I
Yeah.
used to read it to Aziza all the time. She was like, "Oh, here comes mom reading this again." But you really do have the nerve, have to have the nerve to be your best self, And now I got this outfit, and then I had to really hype myself to wear it up, to wear it to the gym. It's like this yoga thing, and it's like all fitting, all the way down, like all this, and all the way down, and all the way down, and come all the way down. And then my daughter go and get the same one. And I'm like, now I gotta make sure that we do not go into the gym on the same day. She looks so good in it that we can't even go in on the same 24 hours. I have to let people's mind just rest on how good she looks in it so that I can come in on another day. And she just walking around, acting like that ain't the same outfit. Mine. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna find it in her room while she sleeps and hide it. Have you seen She will have to try to figure out how she asking for it. I haven't seen it like she does me. I haven't seen it, mama. I haven't seen it. That would be so funny though if I found just get wearing my outfit, so I can't bring it to her attention. Can't talk too loud right here. She can't hear it. I was like, I know she doesn't have on that outfit. My workout set. but but by me wearing that, it allowed her, you know what I'm saying, to be free. Because I had to like hype myself up. Like I can wear that. I like this, and I'm gonna wear that thing. I'm gonna wear that thing. Because when I go into the gym with it, the women look at me like, "Oh no, she did not. Oh no, she did not." And I go, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." And then so it allowed her, like the Marion Williamson says, like it allows others to do the same. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, my mama can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I was like, yeah. So from that perspective, it's really inspiring. That it was like that. I to you gotta be around people who are being their best selves. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So
Yeah.
that because you're allowing someone else to be their best self. Like I was telling a client the other day, like because her profile picture, and she was like, it was she gave it like kind of like a negative word, and I was like, sis, don't give it a negative word. Nah, that your profile picture is fly. Now if someone else can't receive it, that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? But and I was thinking about how important it is for us to be around people that really support us. Like, and I remember um the recently like just even in every type of conversation, like because just like recently, like my new male friend that I spent a lot of time talking to, and I was like, in the last like 2 weeks of talking to him consistently, he has given me more positive affirmations than I've received like in probably the last 2 years. 2 years. And I saw that on first Facebook, where it was like, you can meet someone and in 2 months, you can actually accomplish more in 2 months with the right person than you could in 2 years with the wrong person. And
Amen.
and we really have to make sure that we realize that with work, with business, with personal, with your family, with everything. Amen. We thought we lost you.
I was talking and nobody was saying anything.
I know. I said that. I said, I bet he was talking when you were froze for a while. Yeah, you
Yeah.
looked good. And then you were gone. You were
Oh,
up there. And I said, dang, I wish I could figure out how to get him back up there at the top. I don't know how
oh,
I got you up there like that. I was like, he's like up there. He was
Oh
like, you
wow.
were right in the right spot and everything.
I am so
How you
sorry.
think, Weeda? Weeda, tell me how you do it. How I do it. Weeda knows everything. And then like this, and then like that. It's a add source, like settings, like I don't know. Like I'm clicking your face, and then like that.
Press all the buttons at one time, and
I
one
know,
of them will
right?
work.
Shut up,
Yeah,
girl.
you get it.
Look, I want it. And then we're like this.
Just keep pressing.
Stop. I know that's a little
Something
better because at
miraculous is
least
going
y'all
to
are over
happen.
there. But I want to bring the speaker up there. Well, at least we can like, I can see you like that. Oh, I know what to. If I what if I do if I share you? I'll do like this. Mm, you know, but but you were referring to you were saying about how expensive school is, and
Yeah.
then we went into conversation why about how people don't need to go to college. It was Reverend Bozeman. Yeah, actually, it was all him.
Yeah,
It was
Well,
really him.
I
I'm
agree.
guilty.
I agree. No, I agree. It's not the only path to success. And I think too often, given the expense of
Uh
college,
There
oh.
he is. There he
we
is.
need to make sure that students clearly understand their focus and they know what they want to do. Because for a person to go to college, there's an article that was just issued not too long ago. 53% of college graduates
Mm,
are in something that they didn't go to school for and is
mm,
underserving them.
mm,
So, not only do you have this college debt, but now you're doing something you really don't want to do and you didn't need to go to college for it. So, yeah, so,
mm,
so the value of college is
mm,
so important to understand that. So, I think
mm,
when you look at the coding now, you don't need a
mm,
college degree to do coding. You don't need a college degree to do
mm,
what I call apprenticeship type activities, like
mm,
a trade, like plumbing, electricity, or
Right.
electricians. So you don't need a college degree. You need post-secondary education, but you don't need a college degree. And so those
Exactly.
are the kinds of things that we need to look at. And a lot of these areas, as we talked earlier, students can get themselves involved in
mm,
entrepreneurship. So
mm,
especially
mm,
in HVAC, a lot of homes now have heat pumps,
mm,
and it's a very, high tech, very skilled kind of
mm,
servicing that's required on those machines, and so those units need that. So whether you have oil or you use a heat pump, it requires a schedule. So yeah, so we don't you can become successful and not go to college in the sense of the traditional sense. But I think we sold so many people on it that a lot of people are unhappy after they go to
mm.
college and find out that wasn't really what they wanted to do, but they were felt compelled to do so. Yeah.
Does it seem like more of a see right here? You look better than that picture I put in that promotion. You got it going on, don't he? Weeda? Like the look, Reverend Bozeman said
Yeah.
too. We all said
Yep,
it. Yeah.
He does. He
Yeah.
does.
Oh my God!
yep,
Like, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
absolutely.
those silver foxes they be sending out. Yep. Your wife would agree. Exactly. So y'all just slow down. Don't be inboxing them. Unless y'all got kids. I was just saying, just giving them a compliment. That the picture he sent. Look, you got to do a silver fox. You never thought gray would get so popular, right?
No,
Like
I didn't.
he's like no, everybody's like, oh my god, you you got to do your silver. You got to show your gray. Say you're gray. I know all these guys are like, I wish I was gray. He's gray. I'm a silver fox. Give me a chance. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? It's always something. Now the gray is in. Gray is
Yes.
in. But I thought like I think that it has become overwhelming as a social event going to
Yes.
college. Don't you
Yes.
think so? Like
Yes.
it's just, I think that even for parents, like it's kind of they kind of like braggadocious. Like
Hmm.
we brag, where your kid is going the next year, and they'll be like, "Stop the press," like especially with social media, which college your child got accepted to and
Yes.
everything.
Mhm.
So I think it does become like a lot of pressure for parents, and they lose, and it becomes more powerful for them to have someone like you to help them just stay focused on, let's not make an emotional decision. And I think
Yes.
you even said you and your wife did that. Like,
Yes.
like let's not get emotional about this. Let's
Yeah.
um
Yeah. Our kids, we had kids who I planned early on, so they were pretty focused on what they wanted to do.
mm,
Um, and so when it when we got there, they knew what our strategy as parents was going to be.
mm,
We weren't going to pay, you know, because one of our kids got into one of those northeastern expensive schools, and
mm,
costing at that time it was costing almost $150,000 over a 4-year period. And so I
mm,
was like, no. And even before he
mm,
graduated high school, that was my son. They already had a price increase, and I was like, oh no,
mm,
that's definitely not going to work. And once I got my financial aid award letter, I mean, on that money, they could only come up with about $10,000. And I'm like,
mm.
no, no, I don't need to say that my kid is at this Ivy League school,
Yeah,
but yet I'm, you know, 40 some $1,000 in debt for year one, So I
that's
said,
right.
no, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. And he went to a college where it was a small liberal arts school, and he got his tuition, room and board, and a book stipend. So he
Nice.
virtually went to college as an undergraduate for free.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. That's
And
so
because
cool.
he had taken courses, I don't know if you all missed the part when I talked about taking rigor. He took courses in high school
We missed
so that,
that. So you were just talking and talking. That's why it took so long. Oh man.
yeah, yeah, I was going.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So courses that you can take in high school, because he took what's called advanced placement courses. So these courses that you can take in high school, you can get college credit for it if you take the exam. And he took the exam and scored high enough on the exam. So when he went to school,
Mm,
he was a first semester sophomore essentially
mm.
when he
That's
went to
so
school.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we let him study abroad because he didn't lose anything. He still graduated on time, and then he got scholarship dollars to study abroad.
Mm.
So there are ways to do this, and
So good.
my daughter, when she went
Mm,
to college, we got mostly external scholarships.
mm,
She was looking to major in journalism, but she eventually went to English, and
mm,
so we got VCU. She went to a program at VCU one summer. They had for writing a newspaper for the
mm,
summer, and so she got a scholarship from that. The company I was working for afforded her a scholarship. Plus, we
mm.
got some external scholarships, and so you start putting it together. Then
So you help people do that. Like you help
and
you.
we definitely, that's exactly what I do. I help people. What I do, I customize it for you. So I'll ask all the
Mm,
questions about the family. How much
mm,
are you looking to pay for this? And some
mm.
people say nothing. I say, okay, now that's fine, but that's going to take more work for us to put together a customized package for you where you won't have to pay. And so there are families that don't have to pay. I mean, and that's the name of the game. That's the name
Oh,
of the
you
game.
mean they don't want to pay for college at all?
At all.
Oh, I thought you were saying for your services. I was like,
No,
well, how they get to do that? He's like,
no, 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 no.
he's
They
like,
don't
no,
want to pay
no.
for
We're talking
college
about
at
they don't want
all.
to pay for
And
college
but
at
it
all.
takes more work.
But
It takes more.
wouldn't it be funny if they called you and they said, yeah, we want that one where you said we get you free. It did sound like that. I'm glad I
No,
got that straight.
I'm glad we got that
Oh,
straight too.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Yes.
He's not
There's a
free.
discount for being
Yeah,
with JB, but not free.
exactly. He wants to get you a you get college free. Exactly.
Yes.
I like,
Yes.
dang, he's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Exactly. Wow, that's really good because that's so helpful. I
Yes.
mean, we really need, it's just timing, y'all. it's about starting as early as possible,
Yes.
and especially with those AP classes, and
Yes.
then and getting in a supportive environment. Now, I know I'm it's going to sound like negative, but I do feel that people with two-parent households get treated better by the school system than single parents. I
I
think
agree.
you think so too? Like,
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think yeah, I think that it was difficult, and the guidance department at Deep Run High School in Henrico County,
Mhm.
Virginia, was very mean to me
Right.
repeatedly. And
Yeah.
even when I would go to the next level, they were like so um like they would talk to my daughter about me behind my back. And
Wow.
I just never like, they would go, "I'm sorry your mother is that way. Apologize to her for me standing up for her." Like,
Wow. Ooh.
and
Well, you have to
they didn't tell
one
me
thing they
about
look
it
at single
till
parents.
college.
They look
Yeah.
at single parents is that they categorize them and and put them in this cubby hole, thinking that well, as long as we get her through, everything will be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
They just
no,
was
no.
started they just decided that
Yeah,
my daughter wasn't gonna be the smart kid.
right,
So, because she was in honors classes, they didn't feel that it was deserving. Even
right.
though she was, passing, she just wasn't deserving. Even though
Hmm.
she had 5 AP classes, it
Sure.
wasn't deserving. You
Mm.
don't get to that level and
Mm.
it's not deserving. I mean, who did the test for? Who
That's
did
right.
this, And then, so it was just 0 support. It was 0 support for her.
You touched on a real important piece. It's a book that I'm reading, Dr. Bettina Love, and it talks about punishing black dreams
Mm,
and how the environment. I mean, people say just send them to school. That's supposed to be a good quote unquote school, but if it's not a supportive environment for our children,
it's
then
not,
it can be toxic.
exactly.
It can be toxic.
It was.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
really shocked at that
Yeah.
because she was first in collegiate,
Hmm.
and then I went out of my way to, um, I was like, well, if I'm gonna take her out of this $20,000 a year,
I
you know what I mean?
understand.
Then I'm gonna try to, be a nice, and collegiate was like, yeah, that's a good program over there. It's a good
Right.
program over there,
Right.
and then it's horrible.
And
It
yeah,
was
well,
horrible,
then
and
that's it. We got to have
less
people who
diverse.
advocate for our
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
Yeah, and be supportive of our children and see them. See, because I call it the bigotry of
Mhm.
low expectations. That's what I
Yep,
call it.
yep.
And when because sometimes parents will give me the authority to contact schools and I go in and I when I go in, I'm coming hard
Yep.
because see and JB we've talked. I've worked at the State Council of Higher Education.
Mm,
So I know what people can do, and I know when they're
that's
guiding
right,
people in a
right.
wrong direction. So I know what's going on, and so I can really attack,
Yep, yep,
not in a
yeah,
bad way, but
yeah,
certainly with facts, saying, hey, how did you determine this? Why
that's
aren't
right,
you
that's
supporting this
right,
young lady or young man in
that's
this
right,
way? And so then they have to prove what needs to be done. So it's a very
that's
different thing
right,
when you have a person who can talk the language
that's
of
right,
school folk because
that's
it's
right.
a, it's a
I
it's a
wasn't
different
even
language.
I wasn't raising my voice, I
Don't
wasn't
have to.
cussing, I wasn't anything. My thing was, and which is what Miss Lewis was, referring to, is when people are insecure. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? It
right,
doesn't matter who you are, they don't like
right,
you telling the truth.
right,
So it started off wrong
right,
because I followed the rules. And from day one, when I came to the school, I followed the rules of the criteria. And then they told me I need something else to prove my residency. And my thing was, I followed the rules. This is the
right,
highlighted, you know what I'm saying, area.
right, right,
And why do they expect us to bow to them? Or why does anybody expect anybody to bow? Like, I just don't understand that. And then even the black people that worked at Henrico County, there was no escaping. You know, I mean, this one. So it was like, we're gonna get people from the home office to come. So they bring in this black lady, and she has on these red bottoms. I guess she's like, it's JB Bryan. So that's the disadvantage of being JB Bryan. I'm like, who is JB Bryan? So she comes in and she's got this great big luxury car. I got a Jeep Wrangler. You know what I'm saying? And that just stuns her. That you know what I'm saying? I'm not, yeah. And she's like, I mean, she looked like it had to be more than she made the whole month on her body and her car payment. I was like, what in the world are they paying in the home office these days? Ain't no way she had more than the superintendent made. What are you trying to say? All I want to do is make sure my daughter is taken care of, but she's supposed
Right.
to be getting it straight. The
Right.
coldest, vicious, meanest black person I've ever met in a school in my life.
It's the
I
culture.
left
It's
there
the culture
crying.
of the
I don't
school.
know
Yeah.
where these black women come from now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care how high your high heels are. Who are where does it come from? This
It's
just
the
a
culture.
woman
It's the
trying to raise
culture.
a child.
Yeah.
Exactly. What
It's
in
the
the world?
culture though. They feel like they have to do this in order to survive in that environment and say, I got to show that I'm tough. And they want
Yeah,
to
and
show
then
that
they get
they're
in some room. You know that girl, JB Bryan, I got her
right,
today. I got her
right,
today. Man, I
right.
got her. She trying to raise her child by herself. I got her. She was crying. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet she will be upset for the rest of her life. Yeah. What is wrong with these people? Oh my goodness. It's so mean. Like, you know what I mean? You got a freaking government job. You gonna eat the same if you ruin my day or not.
Yes.
I don't understand.
But it's different when someone comes
This
into
is
that
black
environment
people.
and
Like,
can check them on those issues. And see, that's the difference. And I understand. I mean,
oh well,
you're
yeah. I wish
advocating.
I could have. I've known
Yes.
you then. I really,
Yeah.
really, really would have paid everything to
Yeah.
have access, you all, to someone like that,
Yes.
especially if there's a single parent out there. Because that's what I told the principal. I was like, most single parents don't have this kind of flexibility or time to come out, and just talk to you like this. We don't have that kind of time. And that you all have to have a more supportive environment, that you are conscious that everybody doesn't have time in the middle of the day to come out here, talk to you all about stuff like this.
Right.
They don't have any type of thought. Like if you're in a predominantly black area, then they might have like, well, we're gonna do things in the evening or something like that. But if it's in a predominantly white area and you happen to be black, then then they think that everybody is a stay-at-home mom, and that's not true either.
Right.
But if they're parenting together, which all black people should be doing, we need to be if you have children together, we need to co-parent through their education. And they really need to be that you can't text back to her in yours. Unfortunately, Ms. Lewis, Mr. Barden wants to talk to you,
Hmm.
but he can't text back to her. She's in
Okay.
YouTube. She's in YouTube and you're in Restream. Yeah, I'm
Ah,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would be good, wouldn't it? If we could do
Yes.
it back. I I can over here, but you're in a private chat over there with just you and Weta and Reverend Bozeman. But at least I stopped you before you started moving, right? Because you were going. He was going. He was Miss Lewis. Blah 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 blah. He was
Yeah.
going, Miss Lewis.
Yeah.
He was ready.
Right.
So we said we should, but when should parents start doing this? Yeah, my niece is an honor student, 16 years old. She's been raised by her mom, but dad is very involved. That's great. But
Hmm.
income is not big between the two. Who should they talk to and how should they start? They should use their aunt's money. That's right, Ms. Lewis, you know you can do it. Look, Auntie, look. That's what Mr. Barden said. He will take the auntie's money just as well as the parents' money. Auntie, you can set this up. And look, Mr. Barden, don't won't you take auntie's money?
I will, but the first consultation is free. So
Oh,
I have no problem if you want to give me a call, or email me, to sort of set up a time. And so, like I said, we'll do an hour or whatever it takes, and then I'll lay out the sort of the game plan for you that will give you a roadmap, and then, but yet, I'll help you in any way I can. We can talk about how best to go about it from that point.
but that's a great thing. Seriously though, something like that is much better than all the other things kids want help with
True.
because they're gonna be asking you to do other stuff. That's right. She said great, but
Now,
that's a
Mr.
good idea.
Barton,
How would
Uh-huh.
how? Oh
let
no.
me ask you, do you work out of state as well?
Yes, I can.
You may have
I
said
work.
that, but I may have missed it.
Yeah, I can work out of state. What tends to happen is that for most situations in state, I'm much more familiar with the state laws as it
Mhm.
relates to higher education in Virginia, and also with the various school districts. But let's say, for example, a person's in Maryland. Um, yeah, I can work with a family. In fact, I have worked with a family in Maryland before, um, and so to help them with a child who was an athlete, and he was looking to see what was the best choice for him as he looked to play basketball, at a school that was in New Jersey. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I can work with parents who are outside of Virginia.
I mean, all the
What?
way down to the state of Georgia, perhaps.
Yes, we can go all the way down
Okay.
to was it Stacyville down there in Georgia? So we can go down there. We can assist because everything for the most part now is via email, and so you know we can communicate that way. And if need be, I can come and do a something in person, but for the most part, it probably won't warrant that.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
Mark said that they're more likely to be successful if they have a college degree. Um,
Not necessarily.
although there's no yeah, guarantee exactly. It depends on what our definition of success is, you know, right, Mark? Like, but um if we equate like our family, a lot of traditional black families equate success with college,
Yeah,
make sure we do it cost effectively. We gotta do it smartly. Um,
that's right.
because it has slowed down the wealth for so many black families in
One
immigrant.
thing talking about how you can do it, how you can be smart about it in Virginia, and I also know because I used to work in Florida as well. If you go to the community college and the courses that you take there, they all will transfer to the 4-year college, but they're much cheaper at the community college, much cheaper. So your English, your math, sciences, and all those kinds of social
Mm,
sciences
mm,
and those courses, they're much cheaper
mm,
to take at a community college,
mm,
even here in Virginia.
mm.
And so when you transfer those onto a 4-year institution, they all transfer 100%. So you don't
Mm.
lose anything by attending. In fact, it's another way of helping to defray the costs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
exactly.
know, there's so much emotion around the status of a college,
Mm,
and how it appears, to outsiders.
that's
Uh,
right.
and the key, I think, with a counselor like this, a consultant like this, is that you take the emotion out of it,
Mhm.
Yes.
and get more pragmatic about what you want to accomplish, and how to get
Exactly.
it done. And it's not about uh, how pretty it looks to the outside world.
That's right.
That's so true. Like I said, my son wanted to be a lawyer. So okay. So, you know, how many people ask their lawyer what school they went to?
Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
They bar certified, and he's bar certified in the state of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's that kind of thing. We have to decouple the status thing as to, and what's the why?
Mm-hmm.
What's the goal here? What are you trying to accomplish? And what resources do we have to accomplish it? And so my son, I mean, he went to Morehouse College down in Atlanta, and on a scholarship, and then from there he went on a scholarship to NYU Law School. You know, so he went on a scholarship to both places, and because he spoke uh, Japanese, he was able to
Wow.
intern for a law firm in Japan. So yeah, so that was a big step when he went to that law firm, because it was like, oh wow, he can speak Japanese. Yeah. So
Does
so
he
yeah.
still does he
So
still speak Japanese? Does he still like that? Does he like it?
he does, but he's now speaking more Spanish now.
Mm.
He's almost native in Spanish now.
Mm.
He's almost, yeah, living in New
Yeah.
York. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't speak as much Japanese. And I'm gonna tell you this quick
Mm.
story. The reason why he was able to study in Japan was internship, because most interns, they are domestic. And when you go to law school, he was able to do that because when they went out to a restaurant, he selected a Japanese restaurant in New York, and he ordered for everybody in Japanese. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, so those little tidbits can help you facilitate some of the other things you may want to do.
Mm.
So I would say a foreign language is very important,
And the
very
people at the
important.
restaurant were like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah,
Oh, we want.
they were
Look, they
impressed.
were
They
like,
were
"Look, we
impressed.
just want number 4 and number
Right,
number
right.
13. Cause somebody come out here. Could you send the cook out here? Cause we don't know what he's talking about. We all look.
Right,
We're from the Bronx.
exactly. So right, everybody was
Is that funny?
coming out looking in like,
Exactly, exactly. That
what?
Negro is speaking Japanese.
Yep. And then they were saying, well, was he in the military? Nope,
Exactly,
he wasn't in the
exactly.
military.
That's so good.
Right.
That's so good.
Yeah. So I would, like I said, it's doable, parents, it's doable, grandparents, and you don't have to sign your life away. You don't. Like I said, I've worked at all levels. And in fact, I used to work, one of my jobs with the federal agency I was working with the FAFSA. They were talking about how parents are struggling now because they didn't pay the student loan, and now they're getting their social
Mm.
security, and they're tapping
Oh
into their
yeah.
social security. So they're tapping folks' social
Yep.
security to pay for the student
Yep.
loan that they didn't pay.
Yes.
So it doesn't go
I
away.
mean,
It
it's a
doesn't go
lot.
away.
I got to tell you about that lady had to move out of her house because of co-signing.
Yeah.
They will get
Yeah,
you.
I wouldn't advocate that. I wouldn't advocate that.
Of the
Yeah.
co-signing, especially the
Yeah. Yeah.
grandparents,
Right.
and I have an aunt, no aunt who co-signed for her nephew, and he wouldn't, so yeah, I would say if the parents can't do it, make them find another way. I know it's
Yeah.
awkward, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it is awkward.
I
It's very
know.
awkward.
I hate when people
Yeah. Yeah.
put my clients in awkward positions, like like they. And but I would say tell them I said it. You can't do it. Just
Yeah.
you just can't do
Yeah.
it. But the yeah, don't I always say don't sign anything until you talk to me about it.
Yeah. Because a grandkid or excuse me, or your child, they'll, at the moment, everybody's
Yeah,
excited. You've been to
right,
Walmart, you got
right.
all this
That's right.
stuff, you ready to move in the dorm and all of that stuff. And then they say, oh, you all about $20,000 short. And you're like, oh, well, what we need to do, just sign here. And you sign
Yep.
there. and you now that loan is
Right.
yours. That's 20
That's
G.
right.
You know,
It's
yeah.
mm,
And it used to be you never had to, the interest didn't start on that until after you graduated or stop attending. Now the interest starts as soon as you get the money.
mm,
So if you get that money as a
mm,
freshman, for your student as a freshman, and you don't make any payments on it, the interest continues to
mm,
accrue on that money freshman year, sophomore
mm,
year, junior year, senior year, and if they love the school, maybe
mm,
senior another year.
mhm.
So it may take them 5 years to
No,
graduate. So now you have all that interest that's accrued on that loan, and so it can quickly balloon.
definitely,
It really can.
definitely. And there's so many young people that get out of school now. Their parents have paid for their school. I think um, they parents should make sure that they know what an investment that was they made in them.
Yes,
Because
yes,
um, so I think sometimes we can do too much, and it takes away
yes.
their desire and their motivation.
They need to have some skin in the game. They
Yeah,
really
thank
do. They
well
really,
put.
really do.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I made now I'm not telling anybody to do it the way I did it. I'm not saying I did it the perfect way, but I never bought a vehicle
That's
for my
right.
kids. I never, because I wasn't gonna buy
Yeah,
it. I
good
just
for
not
you.
gonna do it.
Sound,
Yeah.
sound like my
Now
sound like
I
my
understand
dad.
for some parents they feel like, okay, well they worked hard and I want to do this. That's
Right.
fine. Okay. But I that was something that I just didn't know.
Man,
Um,
just they waited. My father
Yep,
made me
they
wait.
waited.
Yeah, just wait
Yep,
till
yeah,
I
they
had a
waited.
job
Yeah,
and I
and they
got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So they could understand what insurance is and license and all of that, and so they know. Oh, wow, this costs money. Yeah, it
yes.
does. Yeah.
I wish my daughter's
Hmm.
father had waited. No,
Yeah.
I think he did that too soon, but
I'm just saying. I'm not
I
saying I did.
couldn't stop it, but I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
totally against it. I mean,
Right.
I guess I don't know. I don't know how
Yeah.
you do that because it would have been. She was totally. It was war. Like I wish could have respected that I didn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
because I think that things would have gone better. I don't think when kids, especially when they first start college, that they don't
Right.
need that right then. I think it was a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I've never wanted to have things just because it's more convenient for me.
And
I just
yeah.
don't want it.
And then one of the things that you can pay for college is this stuff called public service loan forgiveness.
Mm,
Now, that means if you're a
mm,
teacher, a nurse, a firefighter, any police officer, any of those
mm.
professions like that, that's in
Yeah.
the public sector,
Mm,
that your student loans,
mm,
you only have to pay on them for 10 years, and that's it.
mm,
That's it. So, and I would strongly encourage anybody who's in that sector and they
mm.
have a student loan,
Mm.
they need to contact what's called their loan servicer.
So true.
And so that that person or that servicer can put them on the public service loan forgiveness program. Yeah. And
Yeah.
now
Mm,
that President Biden is pretty
mm,
liberal and
mm.
sort of counting payments and everything. So it's a good
Right.
time now to jump on that bandwagon.
So
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I mean, 10 years, that's the
yeah,
least they could do.
yeah, yeah,
10 years is a long time. You've been a public servant, right? I always
yeah,
thought that that is a long time.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they
And it
go,
doesn't have to be consecutive. So let's say
mm,
you work 2 years, then you do something else, then you work back 2 more years or whatever.
mm.
So you just add all the years that you've worked, and to the extent they're 10 years, then that's it. No matter what the amount is, it's forgiven.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell y'all, like, these are the type of things that Mr. Barden, can help with.
Hmm.
Um, college essay questions,
Yes.
selecting a college questions.
Yes.
What role does grades play in the admission and financial aid? Extracurricular activities. How do they factor in? He can
Hmm.
help your your child, or you, or it's your grandchildren or your niece, like Karen was saying, he can help with all those things. The SAT, the ACT, which one
Yes.
to choose,
Yes.
um, the financial aid award letter, what it is,
Yes.
understanding it, and
Hmm.
how to use it,
Yes.
the all of this thing. He'll talk to you to, like, as he was just saying, like, he can help us um when it is an emotional situation for you, help you not have to deal with it, because you just have a lot on you anyway, and you want to wring their neck so they can tell that you like trying to not wring their neck, so he can just, you need someone who will just focus on helping you get through the situations so that your child can have their best chance.
And everything is negotiable.
Because I'm telling you,
Everything's negotiable.
those guidance department, if they, I think they really can mess up your child's file.
Yes, they can.
They're,
Yeah.
and it could be just because they don't like you, and it's sad and it's sick. So um, get help.
That's why you need an advocate. You need an
Well,
advocate who can hold people accountable, for actions and keep track of information. Have a paper trail or an email trail so that they can't say I
mhm,
never received it or I don't know what you're talking about. No, on such and such a date, you acknowledge you received
mm,
such and such and such. So it's
mm.
important to have somebody to be able to track these things down for you. Yeah.
There's scriptures. Audrey Johnson, that's a minister.
Mm,
Minister Audrey Johnson,
mm,
a woman, that she a woman can pray.
mm.
She's telling us there's scriptures on not co-signing. There's scriptures on a lot of things that we still do, right?
That's true.
She said, I know that's right. I can hear you saying that. Exactly. I know that's right. But you look, thank you for giving them to us.
Yes. I'm gonna write those.
Proverbs 6:15 says,
Mhm.
don't co-sign. But you did it anyway. We told you don't put your name on that thing. But be careful. And if you're at that situation, then you sign up, and then you can blame it on Mr. Barden and say he didn't suggest that. And I talked to my advisor, and he said, no, I don't think you should do that. And and then
When I was much younger, I co-signed for a buddy of mine in the service, and
mm,
I ended up paying the bill
mm,
because he disappeared.
Mm,
wow,
mm, mm.
wow, with whatever it was too,
Yeah,
you know. Also, I wanted to say, like, some things that were crossing my mind before we got started, because I'm just thinking about, like, how um mama may have, papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. I with both of my parents now gone, and they're gone, and true to form, Black people are a lot less likely to inherit anything when their parents die.
Right.
And
true. Except
so,
bills.
huh? Except Bill, right?
Except bills.
And
Yeah.
I said to myself, like, thank God, at least, I didn't have to pay for a funeral. We had coverage for that. But
Mhm.
the how God prepared me. I was always been financially independent. And I think sometimes people think, oh, I'm gonna wait, my parents die. When my parents die, I'm gonna get this. When my parents die, I'm gonna get that. Don't depend on when your parents die.
It's true.
And
It's true.
it might even be an emotional time and a hard time for you. And you're not gonna get none. And some of y'all are gonna have to come up with money, and that it's I just wanted to say, so that we need to take it very serious, that we're if you're wasting money, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
I thank God that I don't waste money. I thank God that I live very humbly. um I think that we need to believe that we have a bright financial future, but we need to know that it's up to us to get there. We need to know that you can work your entire life and still have nothing to leave behind if you don't leave specific instructions on what you want to have done. You got to get it in writing, and you got to get it in writing correctly. You got to get it done correctly, and don't take your time for granted.
That's right.
Get it done. Get it done, and then um, consider teaching your children and yourself about delayed gratification. If you don't know delayed gratification, they're not going to learn delayed gratification. They're not going to ever successfully complete having a business or completing college or completing learning Japanese or learning anything if we don't learn delayed gratification.
Right.
Doing anything well, it's going to take time. It takes commitment. Just going to take it. Delay that it takes time to build this. It takes time to raise a child. It takes time to build a family. It takes time. That's delayed gratification, but you have to see the future. That's the key between people that don't accomplish anything and people that accomplish a lot. When they get there, they go, I know that's exactly what I expected. When I get calls, I pick up the phone like, yeah, I expected your call. Very little surprise because I'm constantly preparing.
Right.
I'm constantly. I know that bigger is ahead because I'm constantly preparing for something better all the time. I know it's out there. I know it's out there. The best is yet to come. You have to live that way. Don't think about retirement. No, Mr. Barden is retired, but he's still learning. He's still teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Reverend Bozeman is retired from a job, but he's still helping people. He's still inspiring people. He's still ministering to people. He still
Mm-hmm.
makes videos. He still writes books. He's just got another degree. We're still doing things. Life is every day.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta see it. You gotta keep building. You gotta keep growing. We have to. We have to. Focus on that plan and don't ever stop working
Right.
that plan.
That's right.
And we gotta get out of debt. If you don't do anything else, we've got to get out of this unnecessary debt. We've got
JB,
to.
just
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
Yeah, I know we're talking about getting into college and getting a
Mhm.
college degree, but if there are persons out there
Mhm.
who are paying a student loan back and having
Mhm.
some challenges with that,
That's
I
right.
can also help you with that as well. Okay, and that's a freebie. That's a
Like
freebie.
like negotiating some things.
Yes, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
I can I
That's
can I
right.
can work with you on that. So,
That's right. And
so
we
yeah,
do a lot of that in AfroEconomics. So,
hmm,
you know,
yeah,
repairing the credit, so,
hmm.
so we can,
Because even if you
they'll,
defaulted,
yep,
and you don't want that to happen, but if
that's
you've
right.
defaulted on a student loan, there are ways that you can rehab your credit, and
That's good.
without going through a credit counselor and all that
That's
kind of
right.
stuff. So there are ways that you can
That's so good.
get yourself back on track. Yeah,
That's
because
right.
life happens. Some to some. I mean, it just happens. Life happens.
That's right.
So I can
That's right.
I can work with you on those kinds of things as well.
That's right. We want you to tell us how to get rid of the
Right.
loan
Yeah.
altogether.
All together.
That's it.
Yes.
He can do it. Everybody. So
Got these,
he
y'all got to
said,
listen. They can't be hard headed. Got to listen
no,
now.
he said it right here. No, with that you can do it. Get rid of this balance right there.
That's
He,
right.
he said it right there.
Yeah, we can do
No,
it.
no wait, no 10-year, no payments. No. If he says that, we're going crazy. Don't let him play with you. Exactly. He be like, JB, how he play us like that? It was like a commercial or something. He was like a silver fox thing. He drew. He just got you in, right? Exactly. Then he said, "Well, you got to pay these payments. We're gonna get you a minimum payment, and you're gonna pay that payment for 10 years, and then we're gonna get that balance paid off. 10 years, 10 years. Look, remember what JB said? Delayed gratification.
That's right. That's right.
That takes us back to delayed gratification.
Mhm.
Can you see that zero at the end of that 10 years? Look,
But
let's get
see, you can get the money that you save from them garnishing your wages and
there. No,
all of
that's
that,
right.
that you can get on a decent payment plan, and then you can invest. You got money to invest, baby.
That's right, exactly.
Yes,
Exactly. You can, but you can at least stop stressing out from them calling.
exactly,
Look, you can at
exactly.
least pick up your phone.
Yeah,
But I know it's got to be hard. I feel sorry for anybody, and it's just it's not going away.
no,
So it's got to
doesn't
be
go away.
addressed because them government loans, like you said, they will just wait.
Yep,
They're coming at it, Dr. Ward, even if it's on like the end of at retirement age. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah,
right, right.
Lord, Dr. Ward. Yeah, that's a good one. He's a good one for you, Dr. Ward. See, what's your phone number? I'll put the email in there, Dr. Ward. I'm gonna put it up here too. So I'll email him, tell him that I'm a member of AfroEconomics,
Yes.
and um and that you were fantastic. It has to specifically be like that. Oh, you were fantastic the other night, and I'm a member of AfroEconomics. You were fantastic the other night, and I want to sign up. And Bill Karen Lewis.
Oh boy.
And Miss
Oh
Lewis
boy.
is paying for the first 10 people.
Oh my goodness.
Look, Miss Lewis, like, I went to bed. I wasn't in there for that part. Miss Lewis, can do it. Pay off student loans, volunteer for a year. That's right.
Oh, Vista, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That is something you can do.
Qualify you for a government employment, student loans, a Vista volunteer.
Yes, that's
Mm.
another
One of
opportunity.
those things you talk about.
Yes.
Vista. Mm.
Mhm.
Do you have to like quit your job?
Yep.
Oh Lord. You literally are like volunteering for 3 years
Yeah, it's
full time.
full time. It can be full time.
Well, what do you do to eat? I mean, it's like
Well,
they feed you in
they'll
a
work with you. Yeah, they'll work
oh
with you. Yeah. Yeah.
wow. Mm, that's it. And then that pays it off.
Well, what generally happens is a portion is paid off,
Oh
and then you can get it, knocked off. Each year you can get a
wow.
significant portion knocked off. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. And you got to also, one thing I would suggest, there are things called private loans and government loans.
Mm.
Um, the private loans, stay
Right.
away from the private loans.
Well, nobody's being approved for government no more.
Well,
Everybody makes too much
I
money. You
know,
talking to all
but
these people rich. All these rich. All of them.
so they
All.
could do this, so they could be approved for the government loans. They don't need the private
You
loans.
think so?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. The private loans, they're close to being loan sharks. I'm serious.
It's
Yeah,
hard. I
yeah.
know. You don't have to make that much to put you into the private loans now. Oh my
No,
goodness.
no, no, you don't.
They just boop. You make too much. I remember that year they did that to my dad. It was my last year. I said, see, y'all gonna wait till this year. I walked across that stage. Da, 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 da. They gave me that. My dad was like, here's your book. Because those things, you start paying back the plus loans immediately.
Immediately, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my good. It was
yeah.
like, pay that thing.
Yep,
It's
yep,
due today.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yep. That's
uh,
called the Parent Plus loan. Yeah, and if you go to graduate school, they have the Student Plus loan. Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. But
I don't even think, the government's doing that many loans. They should have college as free, really. They should have free colleges for
Well, that's
people.
what Elizabeth Warren said.
Yeah,
Senator Warren from
yeah.
Massachusetts. She said it should be free. Yeah.
Because they're making too much money off people, and
And it
then
wasn't intended, and like she said, it wasn't
no,
intended to be a
they're making
moneymaker
money
for the
off.
government. Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
and
right.
they're doing the same thing with mortgages now. Now we saw that with the subsidized housing. Now they
Hmm.
want the people instead of giving people money to get subsidized housing, now they want them to get mortgage loans.
Mm,
It's gonna
mm.
get ugly.
Yep,
They're gonna be tearing up people's credit.
yep, yep.
And I hope that people realize it, and they're gonna give them a fictitious name called homeowners. And it's
Yeah.
so sad, and it's me home financiers. I think they should change that term from homeowners and call it home buyers.
Hmm.
Or why do they call it car buyers? You know what I'm saying? Like they call it car buyers, like, but they don't say home buyers. Like they just need to keep it real. Until you own that home, it
Yeah,
should be home buyers.
yeah.
Because
Right,
that and then people will be more in tune with like, I don't own this house. They're gonna
right.
come and take this thing
Yeah,
quickly
yeah.
and be on top. And
Yes.
everything you put in it, and we put so much money inside that house. They're gonna take your
Yeah.
speakers. They're gonna take your surround sound. They're gonna take your cabinets. They're gonna take your plush. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take it all.
Your
Granted,
granite
all
countertop.
that stuff we put in there, and we finance
Yeah.
it in.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
be
Yes.
very careful. Talk to me about
I
your
agree.
stuff,
I
and
agree.
get and
Yeah.
focus on affordable college education, affordable
Yes.
housing.
Hmm.
Relook at what you define as your American dream, and stop being so materialistic.
Yeah.
Everything is, everything's such labels. And when I say it, people like, saying, "Oh, why is she being like that?" But Dave Ramsey can say it, and we receive it like it's such an amazing thing. Dave Ramsey said, "We need to be debt free. We should be Dave doesn't even have a securities license. He's not even on my
Mm-mm.
level. Like, and we just
No.
worship him. Like, and even got to
Yep.
be regulated like me. Like, that is
Right.
amazing. We bow. That is amazing what we do. Goodness. Or you can say this, uh, but it is what it is. Like I told Karen. But do what he says, and you all be all right. Yeah, do what David said. And then come see me. Come see me after you do everything that he said. We'll be all right. And I'll invest your money for you. That's what I should start
Right.
saying. Yeah, do it. Do it. Because one thing he can't do is what I do.
Right. That's
So let
true.
him do that. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
That's true.
Because I'm doing too much. Then they'll get mad. No, JB, no, help me, help me. No, 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 no. I'm gonna focus on what I do. That's what I do. I invest money. Try to help. Sit over there doing that, doing all that. As he said, doing too much. Try to help. It didn't appreciate it. So do what he said and then come back. And I'll set up your investments. And then so pay it off. Listen to Mr. Barden. Keep your debts low. Keep it reasonable.
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Ward, I have all the info. So, I you know where I am. You called me today and I got your message. And I love you. So we're gonna talk. And I know it's that silver fox thing. You can't help it, Mr. Bard. You can't help it. Got the women
What?
saying, "Where's the number? Where's the contact? How am I gonna get to him? They ain't even got no cheering in college. You know you ain't got no cheering in college." Don't y'all be calling me tomorrow. Y'all know y'all ain't got no cheering. They're like, JV, stop playing. You know I am. They call you. Wouldn't it be funny if they call you tomorrow? I have no choice. Oh, so who are we talking about? I don't know. I just wanted to call you. Give me that number. They call you. Call you tomorrow. Your mom. Look, your mom. Look, your wife will be like, what in the world? Who are these people calling you? I don't know, honey. JV's friends. Did you want me to put the phone number up, though? Seriously.
Yeah, you can put
What's
it
your
up. That's
number?
fine.
Uh huh.
804-972-1970.
1970. 1970. That's the year he was born. That's right. 972 1970. And the
Yeah.
and I put the oh yes he is. The original, the OG.
All right.
Did you see that? You see Paula? You trying to kiss up the Reverend Bozeman. Don't be trying to mess with Reverend Bozeman. You be careful. You just stay over there. You leave Reverend Bozeman alone.
Thank you, Paula.
Anyway, you be quiet. Y'all just be quiet. I'll see you Friday, Paula. And drag you out. Drag her out the Zoom room. I'm just gonna move your picture just like that. We're gonna drag you out. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all. Wonderful. You were great, Mr. Barden. I know we'll have
Thank you,
many
Mr.
more
Barden.
questions.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Wasn't it great?
Yes, it was.
You know, I didn't think that we'd have so much. I'm sorry with the technical stuff that happened, but you came back like
No
a
problem.
champ.
No problem. No problem.
No, you're the
And don't
Muhammad
forget,
Ali.
1 hour free consultation for JB clients.
That's so
Okay.
good. AfroEconomics discount. Look at that.
All right.
Yes.
Mr. HOA himself. That's right. Good night. Right back at you, Maurice Jefferson. And then soon we're gonna have. Thank you. Hot ep. No, I know it's like hotep.
Hotep.
It's hot. He's like, maybe stop playing. He's like, I know. What's it mean? What's it mean, Miss Davis?
Peace.
It means peace.
And an
Love you
Egyptian.
back. It means peace. It means hot hips.
Hotep.
And it means peace. You know everything. Look at
No.
mine. What's that mean that I sent?
Less than three or something.
Exactly. Good for you.
That's what it looks like to me.
It
I don't
was
know what it's about.
supposed it was supposed to turn into like a love thing back.
Oh,
And you've never
Wow.
done that to make a heart?
is that how you do it?
Thank you,
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Johnson. Love you, Mr. Johnson. The yeah, I've done that. Like I know it works on my phone, but it don't work in there. I don't know. I guess I don't know where the emojis are in this thing. But that means love, love, and love and love. Y'all be good.
All
Mr.
Have
right.
a
Love
Barton,
you,
wonderful,
JB.
wonderful night. What'd you
I,
say?
Mhm.
no, I was going to ask Mr. Barton, do you model? Do you model in skinny suits? I see a lot of guys with with the gray beard and stuff,
No,
and they have their hats on and they model in skinny suits and stuff. Do you do any of that?
no, I
In the
don't.
skinny
Not
suit.
really. Okay.
He knows he does. Just not for us, but he does. He's
He
one of
does.
them.
Oh,
He's one
okay.
of those. Yeah. Wouldn't it be sunny tomorrow? You see him on Facebook.
I know.
They call him Mr. They call him. They call him Mr. HBCU. He calls. That's why he's J Panther. You saw his email.
That's right.
J Panther,
That's
exactly.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
see now his numbers out there. There's no telling what's getting ready to happen now.
He just doesn't. He doesn't like to confuse people. Exactly.
That's
So
right.
he just says, no, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. And he
Right.
roller skates. Have you seen the one that roller skates?
No, he
You
does
ever
that
seen
too.
one of the silver foxes roller skates? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't
that.
roller skated. I haven't roller skated in years.
Yeah, one of them roller skates. So you used to roller skate? I did too. Did you
Mm-hmm.
ever roller skate, Miss Davis?
Mm-mm.
Oh my
No.
goodness, I used to love the roller skate.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Did you, Reverend Bozeman?
Only briefly.
So they didn't get down like that in Chicago, huh?
Oh no, they did. I didn't. I
Oh, you
I
said
didn't.
did
I
you?
didn't have the coordination.
If you had told me that you did, I see you with your foot up like that.
Yeah. No, I gave it a try, but my
I
body
know Paula. She said
would
skinny
not go.
suits. She Paula said skinny suits. I love it. I know. That's what she says. Skinny suits. I think it's called Italian cut or something like that.
Right, Italian cut, but nah, no, 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 no.
Exactly. Rita could say whatever she wants to say. I'm gonna put
I
the
never
oh
knew the proper name for them. I just knew them as skinny suits.
exactly. And here's the number for Mr. Skinny Suit himself, Jay Barden, Mr. HBCU, and our higher education expert who is offering
Amen.
a complimentary consultation for you and your child, your grandchild, your niece, your
Yep.
nephew, any young person, or
Mm-hmm.
yourself. If you're going back to continue your education,
That's right.
it's worth talking with someone about it. And he
All
even
right.
says he can help get it right.
Give that
So
man a standing ovation.
that's right. That's right. And then AfroEconomics discount. So,
Yes.
let's get that party started. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Every time.
That's right. Wake up. Did anybody watch the video that I sent out with that when that guy was going around screaming "Wake up"? That was crazy. You didn't watch the video in the Evite
I
from school
couldn't.
days? It wouldn't work for you.
I couldn't work it. I couldn't work it.
It wouldn't click. It wouldn't play.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew it was playing. It
Hmm.
was playing for me, of course. You know how people send out stuff, they all excited because they send it out. Isn't that true? It's always like that. You're like, JB done sent this thing out and it is not working. But I was all excited. I was like, well, it'll be school days. And this will be exciting and everybody will love it. And then I was like, he all he said was wake up like 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
But it was dramatic though. Lawrence Fishburne, I mean, it really just shows you how we've all evolved though. You see how young he was then?
Yes.
He is a grown man. You didn't even notice it, Reverend Bozeman. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No,
I sent out,
well, I saw the movie and I remember the scene,
but I
but
sent out
but
his picture.
I didn't
Yeah.
get the link.
You did, and I sent his picture out,
Yeah.
screaming "Wake
Yeah.
up!" Today on the Evite.
And now he's a grandfather on Blackish.
He
He plays.
sure is,
Yeah, he's a grandpops.
sure is.
Yeah.
Yep. Y'all, let's stay woke. Have a wonderful one.
All
Take
right.
care, and
Love
God
you,
bless the
JB.
I
child that's
enjoyed
not
it.
his own. And sometimes you got to go to college to get it. Do what
All
you
right.
gotta do.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
Thank you, Mr. Barden. Love you,
You're
JB.
Thank
quite
you so
welcome,
much.
everyone. And Mr. Bozeman and everybody else, I enjoyed it. And pleasant dreams, everyone.
Thank you so
Amen.
much.
Right. Good
Thank
Thank
night.
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Night.
Good night, baby. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Renita. Thank you. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Dr. Ward. Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you. Love you, Mr. Thompson. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. Talk to y'all soon.